Well, I'm still here in Springfield, Vermont. Same old truck stop as earlier. Haven't moved, didn't really expect to. I got a hold of Chris, and he is on his way up from Amherst to pick me up. And this trip is coming to a close today. And my mood is markedly better. I think I figured out why the day was pissing me off so much. Expectations. Pissed off that the trip was coming to an end, or that I was stuck here, or being pushed home. That every trip has its own personality. I read that somewhere, it's not mine. But it's true. And your expectations and your plans, as grandiose and well-intentioned as they may be, quite often have nothing to do with the personality of the trip. And I think that's exactly what happened here. I thought back over the course of the events of the last week or so. Everything sort of lined up perfectly. When I met this Amy girl yesterday, something triggered. I was completely plugged in for about 3 hours, and my thought was that just let go. Throw the sail up, let the wind blow, and see where it takes you. That's what I wanted to do. And then I immediately said, oh, I gotta get to Route 2, and I gotta do Route 2, blah, 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 blah. I gotta finish the plan. That's why I put the ha in the parentheses most of the time if you read my stuff, because plans don't fucking matter, man. Plans are bait. They're to get you out of the fucking cage. And the trip will have its own agenda, and it's up to you to follow it. The agenda of this trip was to point out, I think, that through the conversation I had with Amy yesterday, the beacon beaconed. And it was pointed out that I need to make my stuff a little bit more accessible. And it has nothing to do with, then I went here, and then I went there, and then I had great adventures. Well, maybe a little bit. Whether it's clear to me tomorrow or the next day is another story. But I'm going to try very hard to keep that frame of mind. This makes a lot of sense. And it answers a lot of questions. As far as beacons go, it almost feels like mine. Looking forward as I make plans. I think I'm going to be back on the road sooner than later. I think I'm going to retool. I keep saying that. I'm going to retool my gear. I need to retool my gear. I do. I have to return some things I don't need. I have to keep the pack about that light, if not another 5 pounds lighter, so I'm a little bit more mobile. I've got to figure out what to do with the boots so they're waterproof again. I may have to switch boots again and deal with a heel blister rather than waterlogged feet, you know? And I can replace the white shirt. That one original piece of gear that finally died on this trip up in Pulteney deserved a much better burial than a trash can at a Dunkin' Donuts. But I've got to replace that too, because this thing, I need a lighter shirt. So, that's that. Not what I expected. But the road is the destination, and the destinations that I set in my head, like I said, they're just fucking bait, man. And I gotta remember that, because I think a lot of doors are gonna open up if I do. So stay tuned, friends. Thanks for following along. More coming.